Your aim is so bad. You better get the Vaxee mouse before Lord Vader kicks your ass.
Hello and welcome. I'm not sure if stormtroopers ever used a mouse, but they should have. Their aim was awful, and aesthetically, they needed to look at the Vaxee Outset in white. With this high-gloss surface, it also happens to be very grippy, with textured black clicks. Nothing would have matched that uniform better. Welcome to Stupid Bullets Tech. When the Zowie founders and designers left the company, they took their considerable experience with them and formed Vaxee, much to the benefit of PC gamers everywhere. The Outset AXG is their second mouse, followed by a successful launch of the Zygon NP01G. And while this review is a little late, I wanted to take a deep dive into what this mouse could do, and that could only come with time. Ever since I was a kid, I have loved opening boxes. It always felt a little bit like Christmas. As an adult, I enjoy the unboxing experience as a lot of smart companies use it as an opportunity to make your purchase feel special with extra small items, to tell you something about them that you may not have known, or to simply include a thank you note. It is an opportunity for them to set themselves apart from a sea of others. Vaxee decided that none of that was important. The only thing that's in this box is a mouse. No instructions, no story, not even a thank you. And while minimal packaging has its place and is appreciated, this is a missed opportunity. Companies spend untold amounts of money to get the chance to interact with their customers, and each and every time they succeed, that opportunity can be used to promote some aspect, but it's wasted if they ignore it. I suspect this has something to do more with profit margins, as you can go to their website and purchase an extra set of mouse feet for $4 plus postage that most companies just include as standard. Instead of that, I would suggest Lethal Gaming, where you can get 2 sets of core pads for $10, or a single set of Tiger Ice for $8. The Outset is a right-handed ergo mouse designed for a tilt grip, offering some pretty desirable features, but as always, there is room for improvement. Coming in at just under 80 grams, it's heavier than a lot of wired offerings, but that extra weight gets you a very high-quality build that feels lighter than it is, with no flexing, no creaking, and one of the best finishes I've seen on a mouse to date. While there are small seams on the sides, they're difficult to see unless you're under perfect lighting, and Vaxee has done quite a good job at making it appear as a one-piece shell. While you won't feel it with your palm, you can hear it with a fingernail ran back and forth over the area. I sincerely doubt that most people will ever notice this. Branding on the mouse is thankfully minimal, with the name appearing lower left side only, and there is no RGB. Mouse 1 and 2 are textured and black and provide good grip, but I would like to see these in a black gloss, even though this finish seems to be part of their design signature. The feel of the clicks is excellent, and for me, second only to the Rocket mice. They use Huano switches and are very well tuned. Pre-travel is minimal and acceptable, although that gap at the front of the switch when fully depressed takes away from the clean look of the rest of the mouse. The way the clicks fit at the rear of the mouse is near perfect and looks great. The scroll wheel is optical and has 24 steps as standard, but has the added benefit of my chat asking me, "What is that noise?" Seriously, this is one of the loudest mouse wheels I have ever used and really could be improved. I own half-inch ratchets that are quieter. Aside from the noise, it does work well. It has positive indents and was easy to grip. The mouse wheel click is very accurate, but could have been a bit lighter for me, and thankfully it presses straight down by design instead of tilting to one side. Side buttons are positioned well and excellent in form and function. Vaxee's done a very good job with these. As there is no software, which I also appreciate, all mouse functions are located on the bottom of the mouse. You'll find a DPI button with 4 selections indicated by an LED that goes from red to purple to blue and green for 400, 800, 1600, and 3200 DPI steps. The second button runs 125, 500, and 1000 Hz polling rates respectively, and the third button controls debounce of 2, 4, and 8 milliseconds. I'm not pro enough to notice the difference, so I left mine at 4. Liftoff distance of low, medium, and high are also adjustable, but very few people should need this. If you do, it's done by unplugging and plugging in the mouse while holding 3 different button configurations that are available on the Vaxee website. From the factory, it comes set to low. The sensor is the outstanding PixArt 3389 and is always an exceptionally good choice, especially for a mouse price point of $60. The mouse cable is just average, and while it is raised at the front, offering less drag, a paracord option is probably in my future. If you use a bungee and have not been used to wireless mice, you'll most likely find this perfectly acceptable. The mouse feet on the outset are 0.6mm thick, up from the 0.45 on the very first mouse, and work very well. They glide easily on every pad I've ever tested them on and are much better than average. That said, I did remove them as I wanted to look inside the mouse, and that only comes with a bit of disassembly. Vaxee does not want you to open this mouse, and I don't blame them. The top half of the shell is connected to the bottom half with several small ribbon connectors that would be easy to damage, as well as a small spring for the center mouse button that, if dislodged, would be a problem. If you do decide to paracord this mouse, extra care should be taken not to damage anything upon disassembly. Know that also this will void any warranty as it's considered tampering. They even opted to use a TA screw to make it more difficult to open. That said, a paracord will make this a better mouse than it already is and can be done easily. While the overall quality of this mouse is particularly good, it will not matter if it does not fit your hand. And while it would be easy to just assume this is just another Zowie EC2, that's not the case. It's slightly taller, a wee bit wider, and shorter overall than its brethren as shown on the Vaxee website. While most any hand size except the very small could palm grip this, smaller hands will find difficulty in a claw or a fingertip. I have 20 by 10 hands and have no issue with any grip, but found that claw gave me the best results as well as the best fit. Advertised measurements are just under 118 long, 65 wide at the rear, and 43mm tall. If you have medium to large hands, this should be a particularly good choice and should fill your palm much better than the EC2, as well as having a more aggressive tilt. Overall, if you're a first-person shooter gamer with a desire to improve your aim and use one of the best shapes ever invented, the Vaxee mouse would be a good investment in your game. I think if they can lower the weight, this will be a serious contender for some of the best mice ever, and I've enjoyed the time it's been on my desk, and I'll continue to use it in those sweaty lobbies. I look forward to seeing what improvements Vaxee makes in the future, and I'm hoping to see some extras in the next box, even if it's just a thank you. Before you click off, we do regular tech giveaways on Twitch, linked below, and have included some other links that help support the channel. If you'd like to be part of the conversation, we also have Discord links, both for my personal Discord and our gaming/streaming communities. If you're a streamer, we would love to help you increase your audience. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be good to yourselves.